Hi, 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 hi. I don't know who's here. I don't know if anybody's here. Hi, sweet pea. I think you're here. Hi, how are you? I hate not being able to have an intro. Like, who wants to come right on? I want to give people time to come in and say hi to each other. And oh, I don't like this. I have to be able to afford StreamYard. I have to get to it. I have to. But I will wait probably 10 minutes before I go on a little rampage. A little rampage kind of night. Luckily, this is 2025 Tira, so it's not going to be too bad. Like, there's nothing to see here, folks. There's like already 13 people here and only one chatting. Come on, let's come in. Let's everybody come in. Let's get into the room. We're at 15 now. Let's see how Tira's gonna bug up. Let's see how Tira's gonna, react to this. Yes, it is free, honey. Please do. Please like this stream. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here because I'm just I'm just like not really in the mood. That could change because like you just never know. You guys can definitely change my mind easily, but I don't think I'm gonna be on here very long. But yes, please like. Oh, thank you, Jelly. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. I had set a goal for one super this evening. Thank you so much, Jelly. We hit our goal, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, Debbie. How are you? I sure hope you're doing good. Purple hearts in the chat for Debbie. She's going through a little something, something. Something way more important than me sitting on the live stream addressing what I'm about to address. But, with an anti community like the anti Tira Nicole community, it does not get any better. It really doesn't. That's why there's 23 people here in only 2.5 minutes. Hi, Miss Amanda. How are you, babe? How is everybody? Thank you. Thank you, Jilly. Yeah, Debbie, I didn't want to tell your business. Her mother did pass. So, yeah, purple hearts in the chat for Debbie. Hi, Trisha. Hi, Miss Susan. Here come the girls. Here come the girls. Yes, purple hearts in chat for Debbie. Her mother passed away, and our condolences. She's dealing with it very well, though. Oh, Tina, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I'm sorry this isn't Jessica Kent stream. Yeah, we're all very sorry, Debbie, but we're glad that, you're handling it as well as you can be. And I think that's all it. Oh, I almost ended this damn stream trying to put purple hearts in here. Hi, Miss Curls. How are you? How are you? Yeah, I'll give it like maybe till 10 after, and then I'll just start talking about what we're really doing here in your hot tub, listening from the bushes. Oh, I wish it was where you were. Hi, White Russian. Always good to see you. How are you? Yeah, condolences, prayers, all them things, honey. All them things. But Debbie, I'm just glad that you're doing okay, and I'm glad you're here with us tonight. I mean, it's certainly going to be dramatical, but like at least you're here with us. And I'm just glad, that you're handling things the way that you are. I certainly meant to check in with you, and I'm so sorry that I didn't. I want to say that very quickly because, yeah, just in case I get distracted and don't even check with you after this. Good. So good to see you. So good to see you. Yeah, I wanted to, yeah, 96, right? 96 years old. And what was crazy is, yeah, I do, Debbie, I do. I'm just so glad to see you, for real. Um, whatchamacallit, because then I know you're okay too. Same thing with me, like I would pop up in the stream and be like, yep, I'm okay, sis. You know what I mean? I'm okay, Um, yeah, I don't even know what I was saying. I really don't. But yeah, we're glad you're here with us, Debbie. Oh no, what was crazy is Debbie's mother's sister passed away while I was just there with Debbie. So, and I know her mother was like, kind of tripping out about the fact that her younger sister had passed before her. So it is interesting the timing of things. How are you, Miss Curls? Are you getting used to like the real world now that you're back from your Alaskan cruise, darling? Hi, Kenergy. I am feeling better. I really am. All I had to do was just film some videos. I feel a lot better. Thank you. Thank you for asking. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good night, a good Friday night. It was just this Jessica stream, but it was way more important. I feel like Jessica keeps getting so lucky with me not coming on here talking about her on these YouTube. Oh, now you're sick. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, she keeps like skating by a Tira stream. I don't know how Jessica Kent has gotten so lucky, but here we are. Thanks, 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 thanks. We will talk about her tomorrow night, I promise. If this wasn't such an important topic, I would totally just, say what I had to say and keep it moving, and we could probably go on to talk about Jessica. I just don't think it's a good time. I know. And you know what? I had like a swollen throat. It's still a little bit swollen, but like, that's the thing. The summer colds are the worst because it's like, how do I have a whole ass cold and it's like 90 degrees outside? And I'm sure the weather curls because I know you're not too far from me. Yes, please hit that like or dislike button. We like either of them. Oh, you have a doctor's appointment. Oh, you must be on the West Coast. It would be only 6 o'clock your time, right? Or would it be 7? Summer cold season, yeah. That's what I was thinking too, especially with you talking about getting a cold. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I bet you that's why my throat was swollen. But yeah, I haven't had any symptoms of anything. And it's just like, dude, it's summer. What the F? Hi, Heather. How are you? It's so good to see all of you guys. I hate that I even have to talk about what I'm about to fucking talk about, but like I'm gonna address the shit and we're gonna do it the way that Tira would do it, not the Tira who is just not feeling 100%. You know what I'm saying right now? Like, no, we're gonna do this because I feel like people are playing with my face, right? They're playing with me all up in my own grill, and it's just like I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening, but for some reason, things that my haters keep saying is like kind of making its way through the community of, other women who don't like me. I'm not saying they sit around and hate on me like another community does, but, like there's a lot of people who don't like me. And I've tried to be all for the peace that people want to have and move on. And, I realize that for me, there is no peace, no matter if I want it or, you know what I'm saying? It was so clean. Oh, God, I bet it was so clean. Oh, yeah, the Canadian wildfires. Yeah, I heard about that. Um, I just feel like my haters are kind of winning right now, like winning in the game. I mean, at the end of the day, I got 4 subscribers today. So it's like, yeah, cool. 4 random ass people. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, a tetanus. Yeah. By the way, I did see that, Kenergy. Yeah, I think I tetanus shot too. I just think I need to be very clear about some things because I am going to be talking about my life. When I say something that could be not even be taken, it's a racial slur, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to be looking at chat, guys, because I will get distracted. And I'm telling the story of my life, and I'm telling you guys about a time in my life when I was a young child and a grown man essentially, bullied me and, like, uh, used these racial slurs to make me feel less than and that I wasn't good enough because I hung around, Hispanic people. And, my hate community, the anti-Tiras, themselves, they couldn't wait to say, oh my God, Tira used racial slurs, right? Like, oh my God, she's a racist, all the things. And I seen that they, just like screen recorded 30 seconds of my video of me saying, what my, I guess, stepdad, right? Like, that's what he was, my stepdad, would say to me, to make me feel bad about myself, to make me feel less than, as a child. I am not ever in my motherfucking life going to censor my mouth for anybody. If I was out here offending people because I was using those racial slurs and I was doing it in a malicious way and using them in a malicious way, I could totally understand there being, some outrage. Like, who the fuck does this white motherfucker think she is to be calling people FCICs? Am I going to say it tonight? No, because it's not words that I like to use. I used it in a video that came out last night because it came off the tip of my tongue in context of the story. And I'm not going to be sorry about that. Like, could I have maybe said, 1,000 pardons, like, for the words being used in the video, but like, I just want to give context to the story. I mean, sure, like, could things have been done differently? Absolutely, I suppose. But YouTube is not going to censor me. I've been called a racist for 5 years now. I, talked about my life once upon a time 5 years ago, and I admitted in my video that I had always, and for many, many years, used the N word with a racial slur amongst me and my friends. Not in a racist way, but a racial slur nonetheless. I'm aware of that. And I was made to feel bad for that, and I should apologize for that and all the things. I'm not doing that. My name is Tira Nicole, and I don't censor myself for nobody. I'm not going to censor my story. I'm not going to censor my life. If you don't like what I have to say, make a video about it. Call me out. Do whatever it is you're going to do. But like the masses, the people that fucking matter, the people that support me would never be concerned with me using words in context of a story. And not to mention, I have Hispanic children. I grew up with Hispanic people. I clearly have never used those words before. It was telling a story. And the worst part about it is when somebody calls you out for it publicly to how do you say, to make other people feel good that you're calling the person out. What are we doing that for? What are we crucifying Tira for exactly? You guys can't find nothing fucking wrong with me in 2025. You might as well take my story in the context of the story and me being just blatantly honest, right? Like, I had a old white man forced into my fucking life calling me racial slurs to make me feel bad about myself. as a young child, as a young girl. Like, no, you're not going to tell me how to talk on YouTube. I wasn't out there to offend nobody. I would never offend nobody by using that language. I'm so tired of the hypocriticalness because, like, people are out here doing real fucked up shit. And just because it's not been brought to light yet, motherfuckers just want to pick on Tira. Pick on Tira from what? Pick on Tira for what? Because you guys have nothing else. I am literally like 400 fucking days, dude. For the last 400 days, I have avoided conflict damn near every day of my motherfucking life for 400 days. Kira has done that. And I'm talking about in the real world where it fucking matters. Because on YouTube, it does not matter what an anti-community or a bunch of salty fucking women who've been called dirty bitches are fucking crying. No, no. And nobody has the right to bully nobody into saying something to somebody when they don't necessarily think that it's wrong. I do not believe that my friend who called me out publicly even thinks that it was wrong that I said what I said. It wasn't from a racist place. It wasn't from a malicious place. I've never used language like that on YouTube. I've been here 5 years. It's not like someone caught me on live using this terminology and it's just slipping out of my fucking mouth. No, I don't count the days, but I know it's been over a year, and that's 365 days. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's a big deal for me. See, blah, blah, that's what I'm saying. My kids are Cuban. All of my friends are Hispanic. Why would I use that language? And I didn't use the language. Why are we nobody is offended by Tira using those words. You're offended that Tira breathes. You are offended that Tira has the fucking guts to come online and tell her story, and you don't like it. Well, I'm here to fucking tell you I don't give a fuck what you like. I'm not here for people to like me. I'm here for people to watch my content, whether you hate watch it or you fucking love it. I'm not here to make nobody happy. I'm not here to sugarcoat my story. There was another man who was forced into my life through family, through marriage, who would say the same damn things to me as a young girl to make me feel less than. He would actually taunt me. Luckily, I didn't have to deal with him very often. But had he come up in the story, I would have said the same thing. I would have said the same thing. You guys are talking about racism here. I'm not a racist for having used the N-word with an A my whole life. That doesn't make me a fucking racist. Now I can't even tell my story without being honest and giving details. Man, you could all fuck off. You could all suck a fat dick. For serious. Please hit that like button, dislike, it doesn't matter either way. Helps me out, just saying. This is ludicrous. We had a panel of women, okay, come on here, I don't know what, a month, two ago, and say that they had all this proof, right? To show, no, Becky, it's never the wrong time, to show that BTU was this horrible stock count that said and did horrible things and was working with the pigs and all the things that, oh my God, everyone was going to be, oh my gosh. They proved nothing. But people want peace with those women? My piece was off the table the moment they said BTU was a stock account. And you know what? I've decided. I've learned. I don't need peace. I just need my peace. I don't need peace with anybody around me. I just need peace with myself. What these bitches got to say about Kira Nicole is fucking irrelevant. We have to be for serious here, people. Let's be for serious. All that matters is who I am in the real world. It doesn't matter what you see on YouTube. The Tira you see for 30 minutes every 5 fucking days, you think you have the full snapshot of who Tira is? No, but if you've been watching me for, 2 to 5 years, you probably have a good idea of who I am. And you would know that I'm not a fucking racist. And you would know that I wouldn't use racial slurs like that when my children are Hispanic. I'm offended. I'm so offended because I feel like my haters are winning. And I don't like that feeling. And I feel like it's coming from my own friends, my own circle. I have a very small circle. And I keep my circle small, and I've kept my circle small. And every now and then, motherfuckers are going to stray, and they're going to start wanting to talk to other people. And next thing you know, here come the DMs. Look, this one's talking about you. Look, this person said this. Look, this person said that. And what do you know? You're in a toxic fucking relationship online. Why? Why would Tira have a live stream series that she wants to do about toxic online friendships when I watch people get into them all the time? I have watched my friend dive headfirst into toxic relationships, and I stood by and said nothing. Why? Because we are all adults here, and there are no more passives. You know who's toxic and who's not. You know that. And if you have people who are torturing you to call Tira out as your friend, and how dare you be friends with Tira when, she's such a horrible person. And if it's so difficult to deal with that, I have to ask you, why are you dealing with that? Because I don't have a single friend who sends me screenshots of anything, sends me timestamps of anything, tells me about anybody talking about me. I'm lucky to find out half the rumors about me because I have to find them myself. I don't have toxic relationships. And what I'm definitely not going to have is a toxic public friendship. Because at this point, it's getting toxic. It is getting to a place where it is crossing boundaries of mine, where I feel as though, damn, if you really thought people were truly concerned about what had come out of my mouth, and I was being looked at by people who mattered, okay, people who fucking matter, and I was being looked at wrong by them, man, you would hit me up and be like, girl, you saying that last night in that video, that's like got, I don't know, Reddit talking, like the whole Reddit, your whole subreddit's over there talking. I don't even know what that's called. But anyway, like your whole Reddit's talking about it and people are in outrage. Not one friend reached out to me. Not one friend has reached out to me and said, Tira, you know what I'm saying? Like you're being smeared all over the interwebs. I don't give a fuck what anybody in this corner of YouTube thinks about me as a creator. If you are a creator in this space and you are on this corner of the YouTube streets, I don't give a fuck what you think. I truly, like from the bottom, the depths of my soul, give no fucks. what you think, what you say, what you do, what you want to do, what you plan to do, what you wish you could fucking do, what you think about this, that, or the fucking, I don't care. And I have not cared for such a long time, and people still want to try me, and then they want me to make these kinds of live streams, and then all this and that happens, and then it's like, oh, but here we go. It's giving Steph Jackson a social justice warrior vibe. How funny that I finally go to look at chat, which, by the way, I'm very sorry. Very, very fucking sorry that I have ignored chat for this long. I can't believe I've been talking for all this time. Very sorry, but it is. I'm tired of the social justice warrior shit. Nobody can expose me for being racist when I just put the video out last night. It's been live for 24 hours. All that fucking short did, or if it was a video or a short, I don't know. I was tagged in it. All it did was send over 4 fucking random people who've never probably heard of me before and decided that they were going to, what? Stick around. Oh, this fucking chick ain't fucking saying that shit maliciously. Intent fucking matters. You guys are offended that I breathe. Stay offended, bitch. Stay offended, dude. You pussy motherfucker, stay offended. Because I'm going to breathe until God decides I'm going to stop. Nobody is going to tell me how to talk. Nobody's going to check me about how I talk, how I tell my story. It ain't going to happen. And it certainly is not going to happen publicly from someone I consider a friend when it comes to racism. Racism, dude? That's what you want to come at me for publicly? Racism? Racism, dude? Shit's crazy. I am anything but a fucking racist, dude. Like I said, in editing, could I have thought twice and said, oh shit, you said the words out loud, Kira, maybe you should put like a little disclaimer after that or something, like, oh, like maybe I should have felt it, or you know what I'm saying? Sure, like I'll take the constructive criticism. Like in the future, as I'm telling these stories from my life, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to make sure I spell things because, like I said, it's not the first time I've ever heard those words. I'm a white girl who grew up with Hispanic people. I've been called those things my whole life. I was just bullied as a little girl by grown-ass men saying that shit. No, because I don't talk like that. Yeah, getting a rise up. Let's get this straight. Are y'all under the impression that I'm an RH support? Small fry, I don't know anything about you, so I don't know. RH is a bitch. I'll die on that. I love that for you. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about though, so I'll stay out of that. But like, dude, you guys, it's shocking. It's shocking. The amount of fucking audacity is shocking to me. Like then, not just a comment. Let me calm the fuck down. Not just a comment. Forgive me, chat. I'm not looking. Not just a comment that says, Kira, I don't support racist activities and words and things like that. Could you edit them out? No, I will not edit them out. I will not. No. Because if anybody sees that video, I want them to know if they call their daughter that, if they call their son that for loving a Hispanic person or being around Hispanic people, that shit's not cool. It's not cool to say to nobody, let alone as a grown-up to a child, to make them feel inferior or less than. Like, how dare you take my story and turn it into me being a racist because your new friends want me to be a racist? Calling fucking Hispanic women putas sucias is not a fucking racist term at all. All I'm literally saying is you dirty bitches in Spanish. That's it. Nothing racist about it. I just happen to know Spanish very well. Well, as long as you don't support RH, you're fucking cool over here. I'm just saying. All the color, but you're chastised for being right. Yeah, make it make sense. Context matters. It does. Well, Kennergy, apparently people want me to be a racist because I was telling my story, and yes, racial slurs were used. Absolutely. One time with context, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm calling out Tira. Okay, so you're calling me out. You'll have to call me out again because I didn't see you call me out. So you'll have to re-call me out. No, I actually, hi Cheryl. No, he's actually building another one. Yeah, no, I'm anything but a racist, and I'm not gonna have people who want to jump on a train of some sort because motherfuckers are offended that I'm living. Okay, it doesn't work that way. That's not how life works. If someone has a problem with me living, they're gonna have to come take me out. Otherwise, what the fuck are any of you bitches going to be able to say or do that's going to keep me from telling my stories my way? No one's going to tell me a motherfucking thing. No one's going to tell me what I can say, how I say it, where I say it. And the only people's opinions that matter are the people who are right here in this chat, baby. And ain't none of them feeling no type of way about me being a fucking racist. Find something else. Keep talking about my life. Exposing me is no longer a thing. You have exposed me bare bone. I'm literally telling my life story. I'm telling things that I never thought I would tell the internet. No, he's actually hating on a whole new group. Oh, yeah. And you know what? Debbie's the same way as me. We don't play that racist shit no fucking way. Debbie is real big about that, and her being from West Virginia, there's a lot of racism out there, and she grew up with a lot of racism. No, we just happen to be white women who ain't living and ain't about that racist life and have chosen, hold on, excuse me, have chosen to remain, I guess, kind of ignorant to. I know I have. I'm not going to speak for Debbie on the ignorance, though. But yeah, like you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that white people wouldn't like brown people because they were brown, right? Like I thought only racism up until, my mom's husband started saying those mean things to me. I thought only white people hated black people. That's how ignorant to racism I was, even up until 13, 14 years old. I didn't know that white people didn't like Spanish people for their reasons and, whatever. Like, I didn't fucking know that until this guy started fucking saying all these mean shit to me. And I don't regret telling you what he says because what if he ever stumbles upon this video? Yeah, motherfucker, I told him exactly what you told me. I have to, blah, blah. I have to. This is racism. This isn't Kira fucking, did this fucking 8 years ago when I know I did it. There ain't nothing to stand up for. I'm not going to apologize to you motherfuckers for the way I lived my life, but I don't need to stand up for it. I got to stand up for racism, especially when it comes to me having said the racial slurs and for what reason. while having Hispanic fucking children. I don't have a racist bone in my body. I don't care what fucking color you are. I'm one of the most ignorant people to racism in this fucking world. Oh, I love my Puerto Ricans. Love them, honey. You know, people have got to get off this social justice warrior shit and just, they got to find something else. I'm already being tagged by the anti-Tira community, right? That I don't like being called out. Here's the thing. Lurk, hi Lurk, how are you? Here's the thing. I don't mind anything anybody has to say about me, but a racist, I'm not going to be called. And I'm going to stand up for myself whenever I fucking choose to. It ain't got shit to do with being called out. Called out for what? Oh, the caramel children, Penny. Like on Halloween, black children would be told no candy for you. Oh my God, Cheryl. I saw that as a 7-year-old. That's crazy. I don't even think my mother dealt with it on that level. At least she never like told me anything about it because my mother was not racist in any way. So I don't think my mother dealt with that like that. You know, and I don't know anything about white privilege, and I just don't know anything about this stuff, but I'm not going to be called a racist. I'm not going to be publicly called out by a friend either. And you know what I'm saying? Because it makes her new friends feel better that she's standing up to me. Like, is that why you wanted Terry Lynn to say what she said? Is that why you guys knocked at her door in her DMs? Like, if Terry Lynn would actually uh, be the kind of person, right? Because, like, not everyone's the kind of person, but if she were the kind of person to show her DMs, right, I'm sure we would all see that there's hella people in her DMs and they're like, oh my God, you need to call Tira out and whoop-de bam and all the things. And, you know, she needs to be held accountable. And that's why fucking 18 likes are on the goddamn comment. Can you edit it out? I don't like racism. Are you fucking what? Oh, I'm so offended. I'm so offended. I just can't even get over. I can't get over it. I'm fucking real offended because I would have never come to my platform with this bullshit ass motherfucking narrative if it was just the anti-community calling it out. No, no. They're just taking lead. Like, yay, this one might stick. Let's fucking jump on this one. Yeah. No, Amanda, there was another comment made today, and she was made aware that I was using racist comments. She doesn't agree with racism, and can I edit my video? No, I cannot. No, and I will not. I think by using the words, whether I spelt them or actually said them, okay, because I would have spelt them nonetheless. You know, it almost like it minimizes what he did. It minimizes it if I don't really just say exactly the things that he said. No, fuck that. I want you to know. I want people to know that a grown man spoke to me like that when I was a child and the things that he would say. Absolutely fucking not. I will not edit that. Absolutely fucking not. And Terry Lynn is also, it seems, a little fed up with like being my friend. Apparently, people are giving her a really hard time about being my friend, and maybe it's just, it's getting a little hard on her. You know what I'm saying? It does minimize it, absolutely. And dude, if I'm going to tell the story, I'm telling the fucking story. There's things that I won't ever talk about because of statute of limitations, and I don't want anyone to catch a case, right? But, like, I can talk about the late 90s. We're in 2025, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Am I going to talk about the 2000s and shit? No. But it's like, dude, can you imagine he ever finds my channel and happens to click on that particular motherfucking video? Yeah, that's right, motherfucker. Them are the nasty words you used to call me, you bitch, motherfucker. That's what it is. Hold on one second. If we're talking about Sheriff's upbringing, why can't she stand on the fact that she used the N word and it was okay? I did use the N word and it was okay. When do you? Yeah, I don't know what you're saying, but yeah. It was okay for me to use it. Everybody used it. We all used it, and it wasn't from a place of racism. Thank you, the level of ignorance across. See, that's what I'm saying. When I'm gonna fucking do it, dude, then use the N word in your second part, and I'll shut up about it. But no one's ever used the N word with an A when they were like bullying me as a child. I used to use the word myself with my friends. I did. I did. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? I've said that for 5 years. I'm not licking up fucking milk from the concrete, small fry. The shit happened. As long as I'm not on YouTube using that motherfucking language, what the fuck do you care what I did 8 years ago? I don't care if you've never said the N-word. I grew up using it. I don't have to use it today when I'm 45 years old. Get out of here. Don't tell me that I have to say the N-word because I used to say the N-word. Don't fucking tell me what I say. It was absolutely Carmen Lurk. And like I said, I didn't even grow up with black people. I didn't use the word because I even grew up with black people. I use the word because that's just the word we all use. I ain't on YouTube using it. Ain't never said no shit like that, no live stream. I don't use the word for years. Don't follow and watch the videos, then I agree. Like, if you're not, like, willing to hear the actual details of my story, then, you know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing the connection at all. But I'm not sorry for having been ignorant enough to use that word my entire fucking life. I literally have only stopped using the word for, 5 years, 6 years? The fuck? I'm 45 years old. And I used the N-word with an A up until at least 40. At least until I moved to Florida. Facts. And I'm not tiptoeing around in life. I never have, never will, not starting now. People grow up, times change, absolutely. I hear the word all day long, and it still is not part of my vocabulary. It's not how I talk to people. So I'm not going to have a small fry coming up in this bitch talking about, then just say the N-word. You fucking ignorant fuck. Shut up. Say the N-word. Are you ignorant? Very that. Very that. No, I am so dead ass, Sweet Pea. I'm so dead ass. This is fucking not okay. This is not okay. This isn't something I should be addressing. Hi, Cookie. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Thank you, Curls. Thank you for greeting the girls when they come in. Yeah, this is not okay. We're talking about racism here, people. Like, no, no. And whoever is going at Terry Lynn and making her feel bad for not calling me out or how she should have called me out and all those things, no, no, Shame on you. Shame on you. You ain't offended. You ain't offended. You ain't offended by me. No, 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 no. You're offended I live. And that is a you motherfucking problem. That is a you problem. And yes, bitch, I'm talking to you. And that's just the bottom line, dude. Ignore the ignorance. Like I will not talk about this again. I do not feel in any way, shape, or form like I did anything wrong here. Had I felt like I did something wrong, I would have so made a short earlier when I was, supposedly called out and exposed for it. I didn't think anyone would even listen to the guy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think anyone would pay him any mind. But apparently, even my friends are paying it mind. Why are we doing that? I don't know. Toxic fucking friendships online. You guys, I'm going to say something and then I'm going to get off of here. And I'm really sorry that we didn't kick it tonight. But yeah, like I was in the mood. I was totally ready to do this, but I'm going to feel a lot better when this is said and done. And I really appreciate those of you who are chatting and showing your support because I would absolutely do whatever I needed to do to make it right had I offended the masses. Had I actually offended people of Hispanic descent, and had they really felt that me explaining that story and telling that story and giving that context and giving those details actually offended them in a malicious way, I would make it right. I shouldn't have to talk about this unless I was here to make it right with a mass group of Hispanic people who were offended by my story. And you know what? If you're offended by racism, fuck you too. If racism offends you, get over it because it's real, because it's here. I've known that since I'm 13 years old. Dude, there was no racism in my family growing up, period, point blank on the story. Racism that I knew about, I just knew that there was slaves and there was racism. That's all I knew. By the time I was 13, I realized that there was white people in this world that did not like anyone who wasn't white. Thank you to my stepfather. That's lovely. Thank you to him for that. But also thank you to my mother for putting someone like that in my life and giving me a reason to fight for people who are not white and don't deserve to be called names and things because they're not white. Because I've been sticking up for that my whole fucking life. Get over racism. I think I meant to say caution. I don't think I meant to say get over racism. I meant like get over being offended by racism. That's what I meant. Not necessarily get over racism. I mean like get over like it's here. It's here. Thank God it's not the way it used to be when I was 13. But you can't be offended by racism in 2025 when it's real and it's here. It's almost like people are finding themselves offended that I would even tell this guy's story. No, racism is real, and I'm allowed to tell that story. Yeah, no, that's not what I meant. Just like you're like the fact that you're offended that I like told on this guy. That's how I feel. I feel like people are offended that I told on him and said exactly what he said. And I'm never gonna no, no, no. Maybe that's not how people wanted me to feel. Maybe that's not how people want me to feel at all. But that doesn't mean that's not how it makes me feel. You're offended that I told a story about racism. Well, I'm sorry, that was my fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you offended by my story? I didn't want to live that any more than you wanted to hear about it. Racism is real. I don't want to believe it any more than the next guy. I don't know shit about racism either. I ain't got no business talking about racism, Amanda. I ain't got no fucking business talking about racism. How about I say that? I ain't got no business talking about it. Because I don't know shit. Period. But I know it's real. But I know I've dealt with it just in the last year being with a black man. Not just get over it, rather educate yourself and fight against real racism. Yes, don't accuse people of being racist when in fact they're absolutely, absolutely. That's what I mean, because you know I don't be saying shit right sometimes, and I don't mean get over racism. I definitely don't mean that. It's get over being offended by it. It's like you're offended by my story. Fuck you, don't watch. Fuck you, don't watch. I mean, thank you for watching, but like, fuck you if you're offended by my story. It does go way deeper than a word. I'm lucky that's all I experienced. I really am, Susan. Am I unblocked yet? Girl, did nobody do nothing to you, small fry. My mods don't block, they don't time out, they don't do none of it. But I see you. Or maybe you were timed out, I don't know, but I see you. Yeah, I'm real over it, guys. I'm really like just beside myself that I even had to change my plans. You were timed out, okay. Amanda says she's seen all your comments. Yeah, I don't know who would have done that. Oh, yes, we did. Okay, well, hey, whatever you guys did. Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. You know what? That's the first. There's a first time for everything. You know, that is the first time that someone has even been put in a timeout in mine. You said you use racial rhetoric, which is you using language that is racist, but it could be off of ignorance. Yeah, absolutely. Like if I knew then what I know now about using the word, would I have used it? No, absolutely not. I didn't even care to talk like a normal fucking citizen of the United States until 5 years ago. So small fry, like you're new to the game here, Tootsie Roll. You really are. I mean, so no, I didn't say you're part of the KKK. So everyone needs to take several seats. Okay, cool. Because I'm definitely not part of the KKK. Oh, this is so stuffed TXMA, and this is so 5 years ago. Like, why are we even discussing Kira having used the N word? That's weird. That's weird, guys. That's really weird. I'm a 45-year-old woman. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. You can hold me accountable, but you're holding me accountable to something that I've admitted myself. You're not holding me accountable to anything you caught me saying. Small fry, you didn't catch me using the N word with the A. You've never heard me say that. So what are you holding me accountable to? To my truth that came out of my mouth? How do you sound, small fry? I kind of like that name for you. I think you Or, like, you really have me confused. Or you're definitely not new around here, one of the two. Hold on, I'm trying to drop it, and it's just not pasting. If you're going to come up here, though, and think you're going to talk to me and educate me about racism, or you're going to hold me accountable to, using the word in the past, like, that's just not going to be a thing. I'm not having a conversation with you about any of those things. But I did drop the link. I'll drop it one more time. It's just like not pasting. Oh, here, let me make sure. No, you're clearly not new, but you're new around me. I've never heard of you before. I don't even know who the fuck you are. But like Stuff TXMA didn't get me to apologize. I can't apologize for my ignorance as a kid, dude. And I'm not going to. All I can do is do better and not use that language no more. Thank you. Thank you, Crow. And that's just what else do you want from me, people? I've allowed everybody to say and do everything they've wanted to me with no repercussions, except for me running my mouth. I've not hurt anybody out here. I've not done anything to anybody. But you want to talk to me about having used the N-word with yay amongst my peers my entire life, and how you got to hold me accountable because I told the internet that when I wanted to change and be a better person and had to stop talking like that so I could be in fucking regular society. But no, let's hold Tara accountable. You know what I'm saying? I'm not white Russian. I will not apologize for it. I'm not. Okay, yeah, no problem. I'm not going anywhere. Amanda, I have the comments. I'm not mad at Terry Lynn. I'm disappointed that there is any issues at all. I'm disappointed that she, felt the need to, I don't know, tell me about myself, or, that's what I'm saying, blah, blah. I don't know what else anybody wants from me. I am an open book. I don't need to lie about my life. I was open and honest, and I said what I've done in my past. That's what everyone's holding me accountable for, my past. And hold him accountable for using the N-words in his books, absolutely. Amanda, she'll be okay. I'm not even mad at Terry Lynn. I'm really not. I'm just disappointed. Lurk, she's letting people get into her ear. She has made peace with people that a lot of me and my friend group just have not made that kind of peace with. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'll be happy to. I'm not talking to her anytime soon, but I will reach out to her when I'm ready, girls. That I can promise you. That I can promise you. But it's all been done publicly. It's been out there for hours. There's 25 people who liked the comment. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I had an opportunity to reach out to her privately. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like she has taken on a role where she's the one that I've allowed to put me in my place for the other team. And I'm not doing, you're not playing with my face no more. You're not playing with me in my face. No, it's in my comment section, unfortunately. It's funny because I talked about something that, that I thought she, had gotten from the haters just yesterday, right? I talked about it in the video, and she's like, no, I was sent this link. And I'm like, no way my friends are sending links and sending timestamps. And Oh, thank you, Holly. That was very sweet of you. I think Small Fry is having a hard time getting on because they don't want us to know who they really are. Whoever Small Fry is knows Tira way too much. Yes, thank you so much, Holly. Knows Tira way too much for me to not even know that name. I don't even know that name. Never seen Small Fry a day in my life that I can like think of. So it's just, it's just weird how Small Fry can't log on and can't get up here now that they've asked for the link. But I'm not staying here much longer. I will get up off of here. Baby Trolling Girl has been on panels before, Tara has she? Okay, stay now. Nice to see you, by the way. Nice to see you, gorgeous. Um, yeah, I don't know who that person is. Not at all. I can't just freaking log in. Smaller fry. Oh, okay. You're having a hard time logging in. Yeah, like I'm not gonna stay here much longer. I'm in a bad mood. I was actually in a really good mood. I was in a good mood all day, and I don't appreciate being taken off my square by someone that I absolutely adore. But I will have a conversation with Terry Lynn in private when I feel like I'm ready to. Right, no time on you too. Because 2 months does be seeming like 2 years. That's why. Fucking crazy on here. Like I'm on here defending myself against being a racist. Dude, that's crazy. That is just absolutely insane to me. Yeah. We can do this another time too, Small Fry. I can definitely send you a link or something if you want to hit me up, tiernicoletv@gmail.com. It might be Tira Nicole TV too. Shit. I think it's Tira Nicole TV too. Crap. No, I don't have, no, there's no phone number on StreamYard. No, not at all. No, I agree she's a good friend, Amanda, but she left the comment. No, Tira, don't conspire about me. I can do whatever I want, Small Fry. That's what I can do. I'm a conspiracy theorist. If you don't like it, don't watch. Because allegedly my motherfucking conspiracy, there's no reason that I shouldn't know your name. I don't want to talk to you, Small Fry. If I'm going to talk to you, it's going to be on panel. I'll be happy to set something up next week. If you have to, you know what I'm saying? If you really want to like tell me about myself or whatever the case may be, I don't know how that's going to go for you because I'm not listening to bullshit. That's like not going to be a thing. But you know me way too well for me to have never seen you. That's weird. You like really know things about me that like that's weird. You must be a Steph supporter or something. That's where you're coming from because I have no idea who the fuck you are. And if I'm not going to talk to Terry Lynn, I really shouldn't even be talking to anybody. I really shouldn't. But like, drop the link, like saying, step up, you know? Like, oh, here you go, bitch. Thank you to my moderator tonight. I'm sorry that you had to actually use the buttons that are allowed to you because I had no idea what was going on, and you guys are amazing. Thank you for having my back. Thank you, everyone, again for being here. I'm going to get up off of here. Small Fry can hit me up on my email or somewhere. I have social media apps everywhere. So there's the DMs, there's all the things. And yeah, small fry, I have no desire to have a conversation with you in private. But if you'd like to come on my show and be part of the show for however long you last, I'll be more than happy to set something up next week. And you can, tell me whatever it is you need to tell me, and we can go from there. I appreciate the super chat tonight. I appreciate the super sticker. I appreciate all of you coming, having my back. You know what I'm saying? All the things. I will set it up, small fry, absolutely. Cheryl, so good to see you. It's been way too long. And, this, I think we should also have a little empathy for Carrie Lynn, maybe mistaking people's kindness for like them just utilizing her to try to like take me down or to get on their side or whatever weird people do in their free time when they call people racist for telling their story. Very that. I adore you, beautiful bitches. Have a good night, guys.